Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your very first time watching one of my videos, my name is Tosin, but my friends call me Toast, and you're welcome to call me Toast as well. And this channel is all about empowering creatives and entrepreneurs in whatever way I possibly can. Today's video is really inspired by a question I got. Someone was asking how I'm able to balance my life, considering that I am at this point practically a full-time entrepreneur, but at the same time I'm in school pursuing my degree. So it's like, how are you able to balance all of that? So that's really what this video is about. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, so this video is going to be less of a how-to type video and more of just me sharing my opinions on the subject matter. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope it's helpful in one way or the other. Alright, so before I get into my thoughts on the matter, I thought I would just kind of share a bit of what I have to juggle, like what provoked this question for this person, because obviously this person kind of has a sense of everything that I juggle. Alright, so like you guys already know, I'm a graphic designer and entrepreneur, and I work like with different clients on logo projects and sometimes marketing materials and stuff like that. Anyway, so that's one thing. I'm also still in school. For those of you who did not know, I am in my third year in the Bachelor of Creative Advertising program at Humber College, Lakeshore. That's another thing I'm juggling. And then until very recently, I was working a part-time retail job, and I might go back to that at some point. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to just assume that I work part-time in retail as well. And I also volunteer at church on a number of teams, I'm pretty active in my church, and it's definitely a significant commitment in itself. Other than that, like those are like the major things that I juggle. So my business, school, job, church. Different things come and go, but that's the bulk of it. So my very first thoughts is that I just feel like people need to not put pressure on themselves to be a certain type of way. Like, just because a lot of people are into entrepreneurship now, and a lot of people are, a lot of people have side hustles now, doesn't mean everyone has to have one. And I know I said a whole thing in my last video about starting. If you have an idea, just start. Yes, start, but do it in a way that is realistic for you and your personality type. So if starting just means you're doing the groundwork, you're doing the prep, you're doing the research, so be it. Do not go and jump into a full-time commitment just because, okay, it's not for everybody. Okay, so my next thought on the matter is that you need to consciously decide. It's not enough to just know, okay, this is something I want to do. I feel like it's also major key to decide this is what I am doing. So it's not what I want to do, it is what I am doing. That at least is what keeps me going. So on the days that I really just want to be lazy, or I really just don't want to keep going, I remember that I consciously, with my own two hands, chose this lifestyle. So that definitely keeps me driven. Another thing, maintain your passion. For every single thing that you are juggling, you need to be passionate about. So whatever you're not passionate for, like, it's going to be hard to commit to. And even like school, I know that there's many times that I have falling out of passion with school, and it affects how I'm able to commit. So I constantly have to like rejig that passion, and it's something I still presently do. Okay, my next thought is use the resources at your disposal. And this is a thought I have on every single subject matter, but specifically this, like for me specifically, my favorite resource that I love to take advantage of is my phone. My phone, you guys. I feel like honestly, like my phone has been such a lifesaver. I'll give you a practical example. Like for me, I commute over an hour to school. And that's a lot, right? And that's time that could just be wasting. I go to school three days a week, so all my classes are like, right now this semester, all my classes are 3 days a week, so that's 2 hours every day, so 6 hours in a week that could just be wasting. But because I have my phone and I have a lot of apps that help me get stuff done, I'm able to be productive with that time. So that's a resource that I'm using. So for instance, some apps on my phone, just in case you guys were curious, I have like a number of Google apps. So like Google Docs, Google Slides. So that just helps me sometimes even do schoolwork. I remember one day I was on my way to school, I had forgotten about an assignment, don't judge me, and I also have like my school app on my phone. So I went on the app, I found out about the assignment, got the details, did my research on the bus, wrote up my assignment right there in Google Docs on my phone, and I was able to submit before the deadline, which was at the start of class. In the end, I did pretty good on the assignment. So I would just say, don't relax, it was a small assignment. But just things like that, it's a resource that's just handy for me. Another really handy app I have is, my accounting app. So if a client needs an invoice, I don't have to wait till I get home. So I'm committing over an hour to school, spending at least 3 hours at school, and then commuting back and waiting all that time before I finally send an invoice, when I can just do it right on my phone and send it to the client from my phone. Okay. Another thought I have on the subject matter is do what works for you, like specifically for you. There is no one size fits all to juggling stuff. Honestly, like there is literally no one size fits all approach to this. Like what it looks like for me is going to be different from what it looks like for you. So for instance, like my phone example, that doesn't apply to everyone. Not everyone is going to buy the idea. I know some people think it's maybe even unserious for me to be working on my phone, like doing an assignment on my phone. But it works for me, so I stick with it. Another thought that I have, another opinion of mine regarding juggling a lot is that if you are the person that is juggling stuff, you need to be primarily concerned about your mental well-being. Honestly, like juggling stuff, like at least in my case, is definitely physically exerting. Like I'll give you an example. One of my typical days last semester, I would go to school in the morning, I would have class till whatever time, maybe even meet with a team that I had a group assignment with after that, and then go for my evening shift, so let's say like 5 p.m. shift. Work from 5 p.m. and work till closing, get home around 11 p.m. and then, or past 11 p.m. and then at that time I would now start working on client work, client designs, and then I would have to wake up the next morning, get ready for school, and repeat that kind of cycle. So it was physically exerting, but honestly, the pressure that it had on my body was nothing, or has on my body is nothing compared to the pressure on my mind. So I feel like it's so important for me, at least, to constantly be checking my mental state, like constantly be making sure that I'm okay upstairs, because if not, then I could break down. Next one, this one is specifically for my Christian people. So like I said, I'm juggling church, and it is definitely a significant commitment, like even just going to church, for instance, like when a number of people in school are working on assignments, I'm like, Sundays are no go for me. Like I spend practically the whole day at church. So it's a significant commitment, and I'm bringing up this point because I know there's a number of people within my network that fall into this category of church commitments. So for this, I just want to say that TBH, church is probably the easiest place for you to slack off, like when you serve in church. Why? Because it feels like that's the one place they're not paying you for. You're not paying to be there, you're not paying to commit, you are not being paid to commit, and it's like you can just do what you want and get away with it. But honestly, let me advise you, if you're going to serve, just do it with excellence. Like there is literally no point serving if you don't feel like you can give it 100. I would advise you to just like quit versus serve with a lackadaisical attitude. And just remember, like if you're a Christian and you truly have faith, just be reminded that God is a rewarder. He's the best rewarder that you can ever have. So if you're going to work, just do it well. As in, I can guarantee you this: serving will open up opportunities for you that honestly you do not expect. Like I can't explain how blessed I have been just by serving. Now that said, remember that it is God you're working for, not for man. So if you're serving to impress people, it is going to go left real quick. So anybody, like if you're serving, I would just say, if there's ever a time that you genuinely cannot take on a task don't take it on. Don't take on more than you can bear just because you're trying to impress people, or because you're trying to, you know, make people feel like you're committed, or all that, whatever your reason is. If you really can't take something on, God is not condemning you. Do you understand? So if you can't do it, you can't do it. Move on, okay? All right. And then my final thoughts. My final thought is you can't do it. No, let me backtrack. My final thought is, if I can't do it, anybody can do it. And why do I say this? Because juggling a lot of things like I do is something that you would imagine requires, and it does, it's not just even an assumption, it does require a lot of time management skills. But here's the fact, I don't have those skills. Like, I am literally one of the worst people I know when it comes to time management, but somehow I'm hacking this thing. And I'm not even like a particularly hardworking person. Like, I'm literally like a couch potato. Half the time, if you call me, I'm in my bed. Like, sometimes I'm even working in my bed. So honestly, I feel like if someone like me with my natural tendencies and my like typical character is able to hack this lifestyle, trust me, you can do it too. So once you have decided consciously that you want to do this thing, you want to juggle whatever it is that you've decided to juggle, you can do it. That's what I think. So yeah, we've come to the end of another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. I feel like I was talking so fast because I'm trying to get so much in such little time. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. And speaking of subscribers, we finally hit 100 subscribers on this channel, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who is subscribed, because I finally have a custom URL. Okay, I'm done. So if you like this video, make sure you actually, thumbs up, and look forward to next week's video because it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good. Anyway, have a good day, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.